On May 9th of this year, I went to a flea market to browse. I passed by a clear cabinet that held an assortment of old antique dolls, and I was particularly drawn to an old, cracked doll wearing a hat with feathers. As I examined her closer, I noticed that she had a cloth body, but her arms, head, and legs were made of some type of plastic, or possibly porcelain. I felt very drawn to her, and was surprised by her price, only $35. I returned to the cashier with the doll, and immediately the workers who had been deep in conversation halted and fell quiet. They proceeded to tell me a little bit more about the doll, who supposedly hexes anyone who inconveniences her. This only made me feel more inclined to purchase her. As someone who is very interested in the paranormal, it is part of my faith with Wicca, so I ended up buying her. My younger sister, who was 11 at the time, wasn't very happy that I'd bought the doll, whose name was Madame Lenora. She felt very thrown off by the doll's presence, and requested that the doll be placed in the trunk on the ride home. I didn't want to upset the doll in case I got hexed, but my parents insisted that I put the doll in the trunk. That same day, I almost went to the hospital after an accident at my home. Similar disturbing events happened around the home whenever someone insulted Madam or did something she didn't like. These events pose a possible trauma trigger for some people, so I won't be specifying what the said events are. Just know that they were serious and that they were awful. I began giving Madam gifts and saying good morning and good night to her every day. On the first day that I gave her a gift, a package I hadn't been expecting for another 2 weeks came in the mail. Every time I gave her a gift, she gave me good luck. Madam and I had formed a friendship, but towards late June, I began having strange, very specific dreams. In these dreams, Madam would climb down off the shelf she lives on and escort me outside. We'd light candles and perform a ritual, and then I'd bury Madam in a box with the gifts I'd given her over the months. As soon as the dream ends, I wake up. So, with the knowledge I have because of my Wiccan faith, I decided to hold a seance of sorts in order to communicate with the spirit hosting my doll. I lit a candle and used a pendulum with a board to communicate. The candle flame responded to everything I said, and I've never seen such a clear response through my pendulum before. Based on what I got out of this session, Madam was able to tell me that she would like to be buried, but won't reveal to me why. I've never sensed any negative energy around Madam before, but with each passing day, the air in my room feels heavier, if that makes any sense. I'd like to fulfill her wish and bury her, because I think she might be a Victorian mourning doll, but the vendors who sold her have no information on her at all, only that she makes bad things happen. If she is indeed a Victorian mourning doll, it would make sense to why she wants to be buried. The only problem is, she won't tell me why I have to bury her.